follow your commandments. Don't let me be distracted by all the television shows and the things and the entertainment and the technology, and I lose my life and you never knew me. Because that's what he's going to say. I never knew you. You were distracted. You were so focused on your job and your career and your new car and all these things you had. And like I said, I use my life as an example. I use the life of other people's life. And I'll say, you know, I wanted to, not just technology. Well, this is still technology, but in a sense, maybe something you can relate. An 8-track player. I don't know if you know what an 8-track player. 8-track big tape you used to stick into a player, and it would play your songs. And you had 4 tracks, and you hit the button, and you could hear a song, and you hit the button, you hear another song, and you hit the button, you hear another song, and it didn't start from the beginning. It would be like in the middle of the song. That's called an 8-track. 8-track player. Well, those came out, I think, like in the 70s or something. And when they came out, maybe the 60s, when they came out, everyone had an 8-track player. I even had an 8-track player. I got mine in the 70s. I had a little, they called the TNT 8-track player with a handle. It was a square box, had a handle. It was called the TNT. My mom bought it for me, I remember. I had a red one. I had it on my bicycle. I don't know how old I was. I was probably like 10 years old. I had a TNT 8-track player on my bicycle. I even put a record player. I had a record player on my bicycle. A record player with 2 speakers, and it opened up, and it was a record player system that I built onto my bicycle just to see if it could be done. Crazy. I started at a young age doing a lot of crazy things, but my point was, it was a distraction. It was a hobby. Just like I have a hobby now. You know, building all these little mini EVs and all kinds of different things. But you can't let it distract you and take you away from the real world, where you lose out on your life. And that's what I wanted to kind of say, because that 8-track was very popular back then. And then later on, cassettes replaced the 8-track. Cassettes, you could rewind them and you could hit a button and auto reverse, and it would play to the other side of the cassette. And that was, if you had an auto reverse cassette deck in your car, that was wow. That was like, wow, you were balling. Okay. And they had a lot of popular stereo systems back then. It was Blaupont, Kenwood, Pioneer, Alpine, and other brands that I can't even remember. But those were a lot of popular brands. And if you had like an Alpine auto reverse stereo system, wow, that cost you a lot of money. Kenwood was up there, Pioneer was up there. But that stuff now, nobody has that in their car. But nobody cares about that. Maybe lowriders, they have a lot of the older stereo systems and things like that. They kind of keep it as a I don't know what you want to call it, historical type thing. But now you can just put a little small MP3 player in your car. You can have it hidden. You can have it in a little small container, and that could be your music. You can have 1,000 songs on the MP3 player. You don't need CDs anymore. CD changers, CD disc changers. People used to have those in their trunk, and you could play 6 CDs or 8 CDs or something like that. I used to install a lot of that stuff back in the day. You don't need it. It doesn't exist. So things that it didn't last very long. That's what I'm trying to say. Everlasting life lasts forever. Eternal life lasts forever. So if you say, hey, I want to serve God, start serving Him today. You can start today. I'm 61 years old. Once again, today is the 14th of January 2025. I can start today. You can start today. Just ask the Lord to come in your life and start serving Him. That's simple. You don't have to pay a lot of money, go to no big mega church, do all these giant donations. You don't got to do any of that. Just ask for the Lord to come into your life. I know I've been talking for a while. This video, I don't know, it's going to be like a part 6, I think. I don't know. So we're going to end it. Anyway, I just want you guys to know, get right with the Lord. Get right with the Lord. Get right with the Lord. Hopefully you got something from this video. don't know if you guys watched this video to the entirety, to the end, whatever. I've been talking for 67 minutes. Can you guys believe that? So I'm really serious about this. Everything that I've done in my life doesn't matter. Everything that you've done in your life doesn't matter. Get right with the Lord. That is the most important thing. Sure, you can have hobbies, you can have distractions, you can have entertainment, but look at the big picture. And that's what I'm doing. I look at the big picture and I go right back to that 1 gig hard drive that was this big, a 1 gig hard drive that I wanted so bad back then, that doesn't exist. It's a paperweight 1 gig hard drive that costs $1,000, and now you can get maybe, I don't know, 2 gigs or something, in something this small, maybe even a terabyte. Because I didn't even go into terabytes. Okay, so a terabyte, I think, what is it, 1,000 gigs of, I can't remember, 1,000 gigs, 100 gigs or something like that. But nobody buys gigs anymore. People want terabytes. If you're doing computers and stuff, you want terabytes. And back in our day, it was megabytes. I had a hard drive, 200 megabyte hard drive, cost you maybe $500 for a 200 megabyte hard drive. Oh, I forgot to tell you, 1 meg of RAM. 1 meg of RAM. People don't know what 1 meg of RAM is, but 1 meg of RAM would cost you $100 back then. Now you can get, what, 8 gigs or 16 gigs for that price, maybe? I don't know. So I'm just using that as an analogy to let you know things change, technology changes, and what you think you want now is not important. What's important is everlasting life, living in the kingdom, living for the Lord, having that glorified body, living forever in peace, happiness. They're talking about golden streets, living in mansions. You know, all this is in the Bible. The kingdom of heaven. We ain't not talking about hell. You got the kingdom of heaven and you got hell. So it's your choice. Today is your choice. Just keeping it real. So I'm gonna sign off right now and let you guys know, hey, I love you guys. Once again, peace and love. And I hope you guys got something from this. I'm just using my life, my technology, my thoughts, my memories, and showing you guys that everything that you see is a distraction. So don't be so distracted. Get right with the Lord today. And once again, don't hate, don't wait, don't procrastinate, don't hesitate. Go to my Cash App and donate if you like what I'm telling you. Okay? Cash App, $Tony Mac 2, because I love you. And we out.